What's up guys, today we got yet another tier list. This time we're ranking the best trap albums of all time. If you don't know what a trap album is or what trap music is, I'll put a video somewhere here that you can click on. This explains the history of trap music, what it is, and how it's evolved over time. Anyways, unlike my last two tier list videos, this time I'm ordering the albums from left to right, best to worst. It was a lot harder to rank the albums so specifically like this, but I'm a lot more satisfied with the outcome of this tier list. With all that said, let's get right into it. So I ordered it from 1 to 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, you know the drill, same as the other album tier list. The only thing is, I don't think there has been a 10 out of 10 trap album yet, so the highest is going to be 9. I only have like 5 hip-hop 10s. I think there are some trap albums that come close, but I don't think there's been a perfect, outstanding trap album yet. But yeah, starting with Barter 6, I'm going to have to give this one a 7. I think it has some great songs. Halftime, Check. Overall, very solid album. I mean, I'm a bit harsher with my ratings than a lot of people, so 7's pretty good. 5 is like average, so it's still above average. I think it's good. I think it's a little bit overhyped. I used to have it in my top 10 trap albums. Grew off me a little bit. I think Ferg does have better projects. For respect, for loyalty, for freedom, whatever. This is a YoungBoy project. I think YoungBoy is one of the most overhated artists of our generation, and I think this honestly is a very good album. It has like 3 mediocre tracks near the end, but I think YoungBoy utilized the features so well in this album, and I think it's overall very good and like debatably top 1 YoungBoy. I have a YoungBoy 2 over it, but I think it's a close second. I'm gonna give it a 7. You're back from vacation. What's up, Ace? Welcome back. I think that's a 7. Perfect Love Tape. I feel like this album is alright. I feel like it's very overhyped by some Uzi fans. But again, it's not a bad album. I just feel like it is a little bit overhyped, so I'm gonna give it a 6. Just my opinion. Yeah, I know I have What a Time to Be Alive there twice. I'm sorry, okay? Without Warning. This album has like 2 top 20 trap songs. Like this album is insane. Metro Boomin and 21 Savage work very well together. I think I'd give it a 7. I can't, maybe an 8. I'd give it probably the highest 7 here. Or maybe Barter 6 is better than it. I don't know. I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna try my best to like order it from like best to worst. Because in the artist tier list, I didn't really do that. It's the album. This is like not 21 Savage's first mixtape, I know, but it was like sort of him still experimenting with the sound. I don't think it's very good, honestly. I'd say it's like average. I give it like a 5. I don't think it's that good. I think he really improved with Savage Mode, which is a 6. And then, where's Savage Mode 2? I don't know, Savage Mode 2 is somewhere here, but I think that's even better. I Am I Was, I think this is 21's best album. I Am I Was is a 9. I got it as a high 7, higher than Barter 6. I think I Am I Was has the best writing out of any 21 album. I'd say, what's it called? Not Slime Season. Savage Mode 2 has the best production, but I think I Am I Was is overall his best project. Astroworld. This is going to be pretty controversial, I'm not going to lie. I used to have Astroworld as like a high 8, almost a 9. After listening to like a lot more trap projects, it just grew off me. It's still very good, and I'd probably have it like one of my highest 7s. Is it better than 21 Savage's best? Probably. I'd probably have it as a very high 7. Yeah, I'd say these are like everything here. All 4 of these are like high 7s, and then this is like a flat 7. But yeah, I think I got Astroworld as a 7. Keep in mind, there's not gonna be much up here. I think trap is a great genre, but I don't think there are too many 9s. I think there's around like 4. But yeah, Dreams and Nightmares. The intro to this album, like I think every single person, not in the world, but a lot of people know that intro. It's so iconic. Such a great song. It also has a lot of very like good songs, and it's overlooked as like a whole album. I'd probably give it like a low 7. I think I'm feeling like a low 7 or like a high 6. Probably a low 7 though. DS2. Whew, this album only has like 1 feature on 1 song with Drake on Where You At. But it's only featured through most of it, and it still does not get repetitive, and it's insanely consistent. I'm giving DS2 an 8. DS2 is a great, great album. Pluto X Baby Pluto. You got Future, one of the best trap artists of all time. And you got Uzi, one of the most popular and like currently one of the best trap artists of all time. And they came together and they made such a boring project. It's like a 3. I didn't like it. It's like Kanye and Jay-Z, how they made Watch the Throne and it was disappointing. Just a lot worse. Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. First of all, First of all, the intro to this album, Saturday Night, I think I mentioned this like on the past 3 streams, is so good. That guitar riff is just so good. The album as a whole is solid. I think the intro outshines everything else. It's still good. I'm probably going to give it like a high 6, above Perfect Love Tape. That's probably where I'd put it. Love is Rage 1. Now, this album has some of Uzi's best songs. Paradise is like probably my favorite Uzi song. But it also has songs like Belly, which are just garbage. I think high 5, no, I'll give it a low 6. I'll give it a low 6 because Paradise and like some other songs are really great. I think Rodeo carries Travis's discography. I think Rodeo just like outshines all of his other projects. I think it's like an 8. I'd probably put it. DS2 and Rodeo are really close. I think Rodeo's a little bit better though. It's definitely like I could see an argument for it either way, but I think Rodeo's a little bit better than DS2. I'm gonna put it there for now. So Rodeo's the best album here so far. Playboy Cardi Self-Titled. This is Cardi's worst. I still think it's like an 8. I think it's amazing. Pretty consistent. New Choppa is like his best song. Oh, hot take. I'm just gonna add in this hot take. Cardi and Rocky as a duo is better than Cardi and Uzi as a duo. That only New Choppa just outshines all of the Cardi and Uzi songs. If Cardi and Rocky made an album together, that would be like one of the best trap albums ever. Like, because they complement each other so well. Like, that whole song, it's just Cardi building up to Rocky, and then Rocky spits like one of the hardest verses of his whole career. Self-Titled is like a 7? Nah, I got it as an 8. Die Lit. See, everything in 8 already is like top 10 trap. Okay, Die Lit is better than... Is it better than Rodeo? I think, yeah, Die Lit over Rodeo. Die Lit's the best album here so far. Oh, hold on. I missed some of the bits. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Belly's the best song. It's also a low 5. I got it as like a low 6. Maybe a high 5. Actually, yeah. I'll give it a high 5. I don't think it's a low 5. That's a bit harsh. DS2 and Rodeo aren't top 20, but they're still 8.5s? No. DS2 and Rodeo are both definitely top 10 trap albums. Lil Uzi Vert vs. The World 2. I'm only counting the deluxe tracks. This felt super like sloppy and unfinished. I wasn't a huge fan of it. Eternal Take was good, but I feel like this was just a bunch of throwaways. And yeah, some of the songs were good, but I wasn't a huge fan. I'll probably put it above Issa, just like right there, at like a 5. Alfaro, better than Pluto X Baby Pluto, but I don't know. I really can't get past how bad like the mixing and stuff on that album is. It has some alright songs, like Hell of a Night and Upper Echelon are good. But overall, I don't feel like it's a great project. It's just meh. Die Lit isn't top 5 Cardi. Cardi only has 3 albums. Days Before Rodeo. If you've been on any of my other streams, you know I think this album is overrated just because it's not on streaming services. I still think it's great. Skyfall, Drugs You Try It, Backyard are all good songs. It's going to be somewhere in the 6. I'm going to put it above Perfect Love Tape. I think that's a fair spot. What do you guys think about that placement? Self-Titled and Rodeo are 9+? Nah, I gotta disagree with that. Trap Lord by A$AP Ferg. I gotta admit, this album is kind of overlooked. Especially the outro. The outro is really good. I'd probably give it like a 7, right below the Youngboy album. I think that's a fair spot for it. This Lil TJ album dropped earlier this year. I felt like it was super just meh. Like, it was alright, but it felt very repetitive and boring to me. I'll probably give it a 5, like around there. I was not a huge fan of it. Artist 2.0. This is one of A Boogie's better projects in my opinion. I still think it was kind of repetitive though. I'm gonna put it right above. I'm gonna give it like a high 5, right above Love Is Rage. Bang 2 by Chief Keef. Whew, this album is very good. I'm gonna give it a low 8. I really like it. All the songs are like so short. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. If you haven't listened to it, I don't think it's on Apple Music. But it's just a good, solid album. Almighty So. This is going to be... I'm going to give it a 9. I think that's the first 9. Not only does it sound good and the production is amazing, the concept of this album is great. Almighty So is so good. My favorite song off it, probably Blew My High. Ape Shit's pretty good as well. Baby What's Wrong With You, Yesterday. It has a lot of bangers. Just overall, a really, really good album. If you don't give it a 9, I'm unfollowing. I mean, I gave it a 9. Back from the Dead 2. This album's pretty good too. I'd probably give it like a high. I think it's a little overrated in Keith's discography though. Like I think it's good, but I'd probably give it like right below Barter 6, right there. Maybe Without Warning's better. No, better than Without Warning. Or, I don't know. They're close. I'll put it above Without Warning for now. Hot take, Tyler's the greatest artist to ever exist. Disagree with that. I don't even have him like top 10 hip-hop. Finito. Yeah, it has some good songs. 7. It's like a high 7, yeah. Finally Rich. This is great. I'd put it like low 8. I think just because it's mainstream, a lot of people overhate it. I think it's one of Keith's best projects. I think it's great. It's going low 8. Below Bang 2. Culture 2. See, Migos came out with Culture. They came out strong. It's full of bangers. Like, so many of them were like song of like the summer. And then Culture 2 was just... all the good parts of Culture were just like thrown away. It was just kind of boring. I'd probably give it like a 5, honestly. Yeah, I'd give it like a low 5. I didn't like it. Maybe a 4. I'll put it in 5 for now. I think it did have some good songs. It wasn't like a terrible project. It was just like a huge letdown from Culture 1. Oh, here's Culture 1. Okay, I'm just going to rank this now above Astroworld. Actually, is it above Astroworld? It's either one of these positions. I'll put Astro above it for now, but it's really good. Hendrix is a great album. Top 5 Future, probably. Unless The Wizard's better. I might think The Wizard's better. It's very close, though. I'm going to put it either high 7 or low 8. I'm probably going to give it a low 8 for now. Yeah, low 8 seems like a fair score for it. T.I.'s King. This album's pretty good. I'd say it's T.I.'s bad. Yeah, it's T.I.'s best. I think old school trap, like, I can understand an argument for saying that hip-hop as a whole hasn't evolved for the better. Like, if you think 90s is the best era for hip-hop, I disagree, but whatever. But I think it's not an undeniable fact, but I think most people will agree that trap music has evolved for the better. I'd probably give this right above Trap Lord. Or above the Youngboy one. No, below Youngboy. If You're Reading This Too Late by Drake, this is a great project. I'm going to put this right under Bang 2, above Finally Rich. Yeah, I think Drake's getting a little bit overhated. What a Time to Be Alive, this is going to be right below... yeah, Bang 2 is better than What Time to Be Alive, but it's very close. Starting from What a Time to Be Alive going up, this is like all top 10 trap projects of all time. Drip Harder, I think this honestly does have some great songs. What does it have? It has Close Friends, it has Never Recover, it has some great songs. I'd probably give it like right below Days Before Rodeo, like a 6. I think it is kind of drawn out, like it does have some non-memorable songs. It's pretty good overall though. Back from the Dead by Chief Keef is a 7, and it's like right below Culture. I think it's a great project. I think Monster, the intro, is like top 10 Chief Keef. Eternal Take. I feel like this album had a lot of hype leading up to it, and it did not live up to his expectations. I'm going to give it like a high 5. Maybe a low 6? No, I'll give it a high 5. Low 6. Yeah, low 6. This is better than Artist 2.0. The Wizard by Future, extremely underrated. I'm going to give it the highest 7 so far. Very high 7. One of Future's most underrated projects. Monster by Future. This is the best trap album so far. The concept of this album is great. I did a whole analysis of this album on my YouTube about a theory of how it connects to Good AM, which just made me appreciate the concept of the album so much more. Plus it has Codeine Crazy, which is like a top 10 hip-hop song of all time. Not a single miss on this album. Every song is great. Goodbye and Good Riddance. I think Juice overall is very overrated. I'm going to put it right as like a 6 above Days Before Rodeo. I think it's a solid project. I just think it's overrated by some people. Huncho Jack Huncho, whatever you want to call it. I completely forgot what it's called. This is like a low 5 or like a high 4. I'll give it a low 5. It's just not memorable. It's just average. Jeffrey's a 9. Jeffrey's right below Almighty So. The vocals on Jeffrey, the concept, which I just recently learned about, the consistency. It's one of the best vocal performances in like all of hip hop. Death Race for Love, same as Goodbye and Good Riddance, just a little bit better. Probably put it like there. Juice is overrated as a whole. Legend Never Died, just not good. I'll put it like high 3. My Turn. Is Legend Never Die even trap? I don't know, whatever. Some of the songs are just so bad. My Turn, I'd say, is like a 3. Yeah, I'd put it above Legends Never Die. I did not like My Turn. Super repetitive, just like boring. I think Lil Baby has a lot better projects than My Turn. Harvard Dropout by Lil Pump. First, let me rank Lil Pump Self-Titled. I think Lil Pump Self-Titled is honestly a great album. Not great, but like, considering how much Lil Pump gets like memed on and stuff, it's a solid album. Like, it has some good songs. Like, yeah, sure, the mixing's kind of bad, but I think it's good. Say it's either a high 6 or a low 7. I'm gonna give it like a high... No. You know what? I'll put it over Dreams and Nightmares. Low 7. But then Harvard Dropout came out, and all of the redeemable qualities about Self-Titled were just gone. And it was just not good. Like, there was some alright songs, but it was just... Like, I'd probably give it a 4. Actually, I don't know. Is it better than, like, all these? I haven't listened to it in so long. What do you guys think? No? You guys like Harvard Dropout? Silas Twitch? Yeah, play Scarred but Love Quando. Request it with the points and I'll play it. Put it in 2? It was pretty bad. I'd say it's definitely worse than Pluto X Baby Pluto. And definitely the worst album here. I just don't know if it's like a low 3 or like a high 2. 2? What's up, Miles? Worse than Legends Never Die? 100%. 100% worse than Legends Never Die. Yeah, Harvard Dropout was not good. But I'll give Lil Pump credit. This one was good. This one was enjoyable. 2? Okay, yeah, it's a 2. Lil Uzi Vert vs. The World. This is Uzi's best project. No misses. Very consistent. Just overall, I think Uzi's generally overrated. I'm going to put it right there. I think that's a good spot for it. That's Uzi's best. Love is Rage 2. This has some of Uzi's best songs, but it also has some of Uzi's worst songs. What was that one with The Weeknd? That one sucked. There was also some other bad ones. I'd probably put it... But it also has some great songs. EXO Tour Life, 20 Minutes. 444 plus 222. Dark Queen. I'm going to put it right above... No, right below the Youngboy album. Hot take. This Youngboy album is better than Love is Rage 2. I'm sorry. Had to be said. Lil Uzi Vert vs. The World over I Am I Was. It's really close. I don't know. I'm going to leave it like this for now. Not All Heroes Wear Capes. It's like a good album. I'd give it like probably a high 6. Actually, no. I'd say Death Race for Love is a little bit better. It's a good project, though. I liked it. Did you put Lost into the queue? Yes. Unfazed is good? No, Unfazed. That's what it's called. It wasn't good. Culture 3. Like, again, I don't think the Migos are ever going to recapture their Culture sound. It's better than Culture 2, but... I don't know, I'll just put it right above Culture 2. It just didn't feel that great to me. Maybe above this little... Yeah, I'll put it right here. It's like a 5. Life of Pierre 5. I like this one. This is like probably a top 10 album of the year so far for hip-hop. I give it like a low 7. I'd probably put it... Yeah, I think low 7 is like a fair score. Just right there. Whole Lotta Red is the best album here so far, and it's a 9. The vocals are some of the best vocals we've ever heard on a hip-hop project before. The production is amazing. It's groundbreaking. It's revolutionary. It's great. And it's the greatest trap project of all time. It's also a top 10 hip-hop album of all time. And I know people in the chat, I'm not even going to look at it because I know everyone's going to be like, you're smoking crack. But that's just what I think. That's just what I think. And I'm sorry if you disagree with that. I think Whole Lotta Red is like amazing. But yeah, I don't think it's a 10. I think No Sleep, Jump Out the House, and Beano hold it back a little bit. But it's pretty close to being a 10. Top 10 hip-hop album of all time. Whole Lotta Red. Shiesty Season by Pooh Shiesty. Back in Blood was good. Every other song sounded the exact same as Back in Blood with just a slightly different beat. Like, I'd probably give it like a high 2. This album wasn't good. There we go. Take Santana World. This is a 7. It's just the question is, where in a 7 is it? Above that, yeah. Above Love is Rage 2? Yes. No? No. Above Trap Lord, right there. A little overrated. Like, not top 20 trap. Wait, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, okay, so it's not top 20 trap. I know that's a hot take. I'm sorry, guys. Savage Mode 2. This is pretty close to the I Am I Was. I think it's a little bit worse. You know what? I'm going to put Lil Uzi Vert vs. The World over any 21 project. Overall, 21's better than Uzi, though. Savage Mode 2, Yeah, I'm comfortable with it being right there. I'd probably put it right below Bar to 6, though. Yeah. We're ordering this, so just gotta be careful with my placements. Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon by Pop Smoke. Now, the original version of this album was, like, really good, and then the deluxe came out, and there was, like, what, 14 added songs, and one of them was good, which is Hello with A Boogie. But if we're ranking just the original, no deluxe tracks, I think this is a solid 6. Probably put it, like, right above Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. Slime Season 3, this is pretty good. I think it's like a very low 8. I put it below Hendrix. I think that's a fair spot for it. Slime's Super Slimy. This is a collab between Young Thug and Future. Kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. Like, it had some alright songs, but overall, kind of boring. I don't know. I feel like that's my main criticism for a lot of, like, the worst trap albums. I just feel like a lot of the flaws just come from repetitiveness. Like, if you look at most of the trap albums up here, like, Jeffrey's pretty short. Almighty So's, like, fairly short. Monster kind of. Whole of Red's really long, but that's like it's like an exception. I feel like most trap albums are good when they're not super drawn out. I'm gonna give Super Slimy a 6. I'm gonna put it right here, right below Death Race for Love. Maybe below. No, I'll put it above Not All Heroes Wear Capes. Voice of the Heroes was honestly one of Baby's best projects. I thought it was honestly not that bad. Probably put it like right below Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. Maybe there. No. Yeah. Above Drip. No. What's the better collab project? Drip Harder or Voice of the Heroes? I think it's super close. Drip Harder wipes. I think Drip Harder is better, but like, I don't think it wipes. Like, I think it's very close. I thought Voice of the Heroes was actually pretty good. That's crazy. I feel like Cardi, the only rapper from 2017 era who's still in the rise. Everyone else, like Uzi or Travis, aren't outselling their last projects. Exactly. Travis, he had Rodeo and then went down from there, but didn't really lose a lot of quality. Uzi went downhill after Lil Uzi Vert versus the World. Love Is Rage 2 almost came to that level, but like not really. But Cardi dropped his Self-Titled. Everyone went crazy over it, and then he dropped Die Lit. Die Lit dropped. Everyone was like, oh, this sucks. This is so weird. And then 2 months later, everyone's like, this is great. Same thing happened with Whole Lotta Red. It dropped on Christmas. Everyone's like, this sucks. And now a lot of people, well, I know some people still hate it, but a lot of people are saying it's like one of the best. Like, imagine what Cardi's gonna do next. I genuinely think Cardi has like GOAT potential. If he releases another like Whole Lotta Red level project, which I don't think he will. I think he'll do better because he's been doing better with every new release. Like, I think he's already like a top 15 rapper of all time. I think he has huge potential. Savers Rajic Davis. Yeah, and as I was saying, this is one of Gucci Mane's best projects. The intro to this is called Classical, and it's very good. It's like Gucci Mane rapping over like a church choir. I think this is like a 6, probably around right above Days Before Rodeo. I think that's a fair spot. I love Cardi, but he's at least top 30. Yeah, I think Cardi's at least top 30. I think he's top 15. Another T.I. project. I think Rubber Band Man and 24s were really good, but the whole project as a whole wasn't that great. I'd probably put it like here, like right there. Yeah, it was all right. Birds in the Trap. This one overhated, but like I think Fantano gave it like a bad score. I think it's like a 7. I think it's still pretty good. Until Death Come My Name was a 10. I think it's a 6, like a very high 6. I'd probably put it above Death Race for Love. Solar Eclipse is like a top 20 trap song of all time, and Youngboy's best. Yeah, it's a 6. Flockavelli, low 7. Yeah, Heart in the Paint is like Heart in the Paint, No Hands, has a bunch of bangers. I like working out to this album, but I don't think I could. Yeah, I'm gonna give it the lowest 7 so far. Slime Language 2 was a huge disappointment. Young Thug's good, but Young Thug just signed like a bunch of random people, and it was just like, I don't know. I'd put it like right above Love Is Rage, like a 5. AA Youngboy 2 is severely overhated. AA Youngboy 2 is the highest 7 so far. I don't care what anyone says. This list is a huge L. I send the link here. I'll send the link again. You guys can fill it out yourself. And then post on TikTok and tag me. Your takes are a walking L. Thank you, ment_Olo. But yeah, you guys can fill it out yourself. Tag me. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying my opinion's better than anyone else's. I just started posting my opinions on TikTok. People like the opinions, so they follow me, and now I just like talking about it. But if you disagree, that's fine. It doesn't matter. All right, still flexing, still stepping. Let me just say, Red Eye by Youngboy is such a good song. I think this is good. I think it's not as good as Until Death Called My Name. I'd give it like a 6, probably right below Trap Music. But I think that's a very, very good project. Top. Well, what's better? Until Still Flexing, Still Stepping, or Top? Probably Top. Put Top like right there. I think Top is like Youngboy's version of Love Is Rage 2. Like, it has some very good songs, but it also has like some very like just meh songs that are like not memorable at all. Young Jeezy, what's this? Thug Motivation, something like that. It's alright. I feel like Jeezy's very overrated as a whole, though. I guess it's better than Trap Music. Probably put it under Top. That's where I'd put it. I know a lot of Jeezy fans probably mad at that. Not a huge fan of that. If Die Legend isn't a 10, I'm leaving. We'll see. We haven't gotten to any Polo G albums yet. Yikes. Beautiful Thugger Girls is an 8. Beautiful Thugger Girls is great. It's better than, yeah. Is it better than Hendrix? Probably. Family Don't Matter is the best country song of all time. Slime Season 2 is not as good as Slime Season 1. It's probably the worst out of the Slime Season trilogy, but I'd probably put it like just above. No, you know what? Probably the lowest 6 here so far. Life of PR 4. I put it right above Life of PR 5. They're like pretty close. Or maybe above Dreams and Nightmares as well. Yeah, I think that's a fair spot for it. How would I rate Juice and Uzi? I think Juice is, like, number-wise, Juice has 2 high 6s and a high 3. Uzi has a flat 7, a low 7, and then the rest are lower. But those would be, like, my number ratings if that's what you're asking for. Hall of Fame. Let me explain my thoughts on Polo G, okay? Die Legend. Die Legend was good. It was a okay album. It had some great songs. Through the Storm, Die and Breed. And I thought, okay, Polo G in his next album is going to really improve because he seems like he has a lot of potential and he can like be more versatile with his music. Then he released The GOAT. It was just Die a Legend, but a little bit more generic. I feel like the lyricism might have been a little bit better, but everything else was just worse about it. Then, after The GOAT, I still had hope. I was very excited for Hall of Fame, and it came out, and it was just so repetitive. The features were like the only good part about it. And I just was not a fan. Hall of Fame is the best 3 here, but it's a 3. Die a Legend is like a high 5. And then The GOAT is like right below Die a Legend. Those are my thoughts on Polo G. Please excuse me for being antisocial is definitely a 7. I think it would probably go right above Santana World. No, Love Is Rage 2 is better. I think that's a fair placement. Strem Life 1. This is Strem Life 1. This is also a 7. Would I put it? No, I think everything from like Without Warning, like that top row of the 7s is untouchable. Here, I feel like that's a good spot. What's the link? Zalia sent it. Yeah, there you go. Strem Life is a 4. Dude, what? I think Strem Life is great. Do people not like Strem Life? Weird. I really like Strem Life. I don't know how it's perceived by like most people though. I personally really love it. Slime Language 1 is probably like a low 7. Like I'd probably put it there. But Calling Your Name is like one of Thug's best songs and extremely underrated. It's like a great song. So Much Fun is a 9. So Much Fun is a 7. Better than this. I'll admit, I know this tier list is not super balanced. I didn't like go and make sure I got like a bunch of great and a bunch of bad albums. So of course it's going to be a little bit like off. I don't even have a single 4. So that's why a lot of them are 7s. I think this would be better than Life Up Here. Yeah, better than that. Better than that. Better. Okay, So Much Fun. I'm going to put it right above the Youngboy album. I think it's like, I can't see it above Without Warning, but I'd put it right there. Day 6-9. I actually just listened to this like a week ago because someone requested it with the points on the stream. Okay, Day 6-9 is a 6. I genuinely think this album has like good songs. Like Billy, Kuda, Kiki. I don't remember the name of the songs. Put it above Eternal. Is it better than Perfect Love Tape? I don't know. It has some pretty bad songs, so like I don't know if it would be. Wait. Perfect Love Tape over Voice of the Heroes. What am I saying? Better than Goodbye Good Riddance? No. I'm gonna put it right below. Right there. I'm gonna put it right there. I think it's an alright album. This NLE Choppa album. Let's just do both the NLE Choppa albums. I want to say he does make some good songs, and his voice, like when like Shot of Flow 1 came out, it was like very like different than a lot of people were doing, and I really liked it. And then he released Shot of Flow 2, a little bit worse, but whatever. Shot of Flow 3 is his best out of the Shot of Flows. Camelot, good. But then he released the album, and it just felt kind of like uninspired. I don't know. It didn't really live up to what the singles were doing at the time. I think this is better than Cottonwood. This would probably be a low 6. And then this would probably be below Die Legend, like below the GOAT right there. Maybe this above. No, not above Slime Genius 2. I think those are good spots. Harvard Dropout over To Pimp a Butterfly? No. What would be the rating of mid? Mid is 5. All of these albums are like mid. I don't like to describe albums as mid because that term is just so like people will be like, oh, this album's mid. It's like a 2 out of 10. No, mid means like average. Mid does not mean bad. Like I would not be mad if I were to listen to any of these albums. Like these albums are not terrible. Rich Gang the Tour. This album's pretty good. I'd probably give it like a 6, right below Until Death Call My Name. I feel like it's a little overrated. It was very like influential for a lot of new rappers. Like Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug were great. But I think it's a little overrated. Dirty Sprite 1 by Future. I mean, I'd hate to slander Future, but he was literally just trying to find a sound. It was not a good project. I think I've listened to this once. I don't have a very informed opinion on it. I didn't have any urge to go back to it. I didn't think it was terrible. You know what? I'll just put it above Shiesty Season. There we go. Slime and B. This is going to be the first 4. Go Crazy is a good song. It has some good songs, but I would never want to sit through this entire album. I think if they removed some tracks and focused on quality rather than quantity, it would have been better. I just not a huge fan. Future Self-Titled is 6. I'm going to put it right below top. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. Honestly, it's pretty overlooked in Future's discography, but it's nothing crazy. Hoodie Season. Is this better or worse than Artist 2.0? I think it's a little bit worse than Artist 2.0. I'd probably put it like right below it. Honestly, I might put Artist 2.0 above Cottonwood, yeah, and then I'd put Hoodie Season below that. Life's a Trip. This album's alright. I'd probably give it like either a high 5 or a low 6. A low 6 but above Top Shotta. Can't really read that. That's really small. JID or Corday? Corday's better than JID. How is Whole Lotta Red better than Die Lit? Better vocals, better production. The only thing Die Lit does better is better features. We Love You Tekka is good. We Love You Tekka is like a high 6, right above Super Slimy. This is the final tier list. Whole Lotta Red, Monster, Almighty So, Jeffrey. I think those are the best trap albums. I could maybe see Die Lit as a 9, but I'm going to keep it as an 8. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this tier list. I put the link to this tier list in the description below if you guys want to go fill it out yourself, make a TikTok out of it, and then tag me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be uploading weekly YouTube videos now, so stay tuned for the next one. As soon as Donda drops, which I don't think anyone knows when it's going to drop at this point, I will upload my Kanye discography ranking. I just don't see the point in doing a ranking, then Donda coming out, and then doing another one, so I'm just going to wait till Donda drops. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next week.